This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, aka
Cat Bus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guests and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, for F-O-R, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
The people of Earth are about to be visited by some guests. While they're here, try and make them feel welcome. If you can't take the heat, get out of the galaxy.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
All right, Boomer Siri seems disappointed that we're not making money off of this Zoom conversation, but this is once again I Did Crazy Flicks presents 90 for Chill, the podcast with Catbus Russ, and with me this week to discuss a movie that I've got a lot of history with. It's kind of weird, but from 1991, Zieram, as suggested by my guest, Noel Thingvall. How are we doing tonight?
Howdy.
Uh,
Oh, and I've got a very long, complicated history with this one as well.
all right. So, yep, this is a movie by the end. Like, I had an idea. Like, I just got a new phone this week. So, and, moving apps around and all of that. And, like, oh, shoot, I better go and put Google Docs on my phone just so I can, because I just had the idea. Oh my, this is like alien isolation for morons in a sense. Um, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
It's Abbott and Costello meet Predator.
right, exactly. Yeah, so you got and it opens with this beautiful like rule of breaking, how to get away with everything. Kind of makes Tetsuo the Iron Man acceptable when you shoot your most gory and awesome stuff in black and white, i.e., like the concept behind Evil Dead, Sam Raimi just trying to find ways to work around. Well, it's not red.
Have you seen Hideaki Anno's Shin Kamen Rider?
No, I have not.
Right at the beginning, he has a tribute to that scene
Oh,
as a nod to this.
oh, right. Well, so I knew about Zero. Well, I came to it first back in. I mean, I'm sure I watched it in the late '90s on Sci-Fi Channel. But how I got to this was uh starting to get into buying anime tapes, making my older sister because Suncoast would have little stickers, must be 18 to purchase. So I think it was 97 or so. I was big into the Die Hard Game Fan magazine at the time, and then they had the little subset called Anime Fan, and
Mhm.
I'd read that magazine back to forth, uh, front to back, I should say. Trying to always talk myself by the end out of getting imported systems and such. Just like I want to be ahead of the game. So this was also like the first tape I ever bought was actually Battle Arena Toshinden, the anime, which is silly.
Oof.
Yeah, let's say the
Choices were
least.
made.
Yes, but you'd have the preview beforehand played to, I think it was a soundtrack to Guyver or whatever, just Central Park
Uh,
Media, and like, oh, Iria, that seems interesting. And then next time around, it's like, all right, I'll buy this. And then so Iria Zieram the animation is how I got into it, which is kind of an entirely different
okay.
feel to this movie. Because as you said, this is Abbott and Costello meets Predator. Iria is kind of just the T-800 in a sense, I guess. And again, this is this movie is very derivative of a lot of things in a sense. Like
Yes.
uh so yeah, so that's how I got to it.
But
Like
it's
Erie
derivative in a
is
way that a lot of first-time filmmakers are.
yes, yes. And of course it's a when I saw it on this on Sci-Fi Channel, it was a Streamline Pictures dub, which
Hmm.
you always hope somebody buys the rights back. That was big in the early 2000s. Like, oh,
Oh,
Akira's
it's still
finally
on the
made.
Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Well, I know
Hmm.
back when I got Akira on DVD and I had the cassette, and that it was a oh, okay, a totally different, more accurate dub. Uh, you know, 15 years later when Pioneer or Geon released their DVD. Um,
Yeah.
so it's yeah, and then it's kind of like, oh, I'm disappointed who didn't make this dub. Like the guy who does the voice of Leonardo the Turtle was on a lot of the stuff back in the day. And I was a dub fan,
Max from Robotech.
right? Yes, it was a big anime. When I was getting into anime, I was trying to save money, so I grew up on the dubs. That extra $5. Iria was the exception. Like I couldn't find any other tapes, and I may have accidentally bought it you know um and those are the good old days. That's the thing missing about the disc era is that we don't get to have our little videotape like, oh, when you buy each volume of the tape of the series as it comes out, it forms a piece of art, which I've got. The Central Park Media was big about that. I have all three Iria tapes. So but again,
Discotech has been preserving a lot of that stuff,
oh, that's good.
as well
um
as Discotech always tries to go out of their way to get the vintage dubs too.
Okay. And it's interesting also, like Vinegar Syndrome. I think I was looking over, I just caught up with everything I bought from the last sale. I'm like, ah, shoot, I'm gonna miss this sale because I need to watch my stuff. And then I'm looking on that. Oh, shoot, they're selling VHS tapes now too. That's kind of making a collector's comeback.
Hmm.
Um, so,
People can
and
have it. I don't want to go back to VHS.
oh, I don't know. I love I
Uh,
love the analog days of editing my tapes and everything like that, trying to get into the wrestling tape trading. Um,
I understand people having that, but I don't want to go back to watching things through beer goggles.
well, with that said, I'll get my Malort in right now.
But yeah, no, I this is probably the first time I've watched Zieram without the Carl Macek dub.
Oh, right. Because
Yeah,
I
because
do,
it's been probably 20 years since I saw this, and I
yeah.
owned that Image DVD for a long time.
All right. Yeah, it's yeah, I do have questions because like when I'm watching this and it's like the scene where Iria meets Zieram. And getting back to what I was going about the anime, so this is, you nailed it down, Abbott and Costello versus Predator or Alien Isolation with no stakes. Um, it's while Iria is kind of a feminist bounty hunter story, and even adds in a little bit of trans elements in there by the end of that series. Um, so, but yeah, I
I
mean, I
did
just
re
so when they had their first meeting and
yeah.
Iria's like, the gun's not work. I can't. The gun's not working. He's using a shield like you are. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. When did we establish shields? Like,
I think when they're just standing still and shooting at each other and nothing's hitting anybody.
well, no, I get
Yeah.
that, but I'm just saying it's like, you know, in the ant get coming into this from the anime, it's like, no, Zieram just takes
Yeah.
bullets, eats them pretty much. And this like saying, "Oh, this is the pre." Well, Iria Zieram the animation is the Zuram. I don't know. That's uh
Zayram.
Zeram. Thank you. Oh, now that I've put it together phonetically, um, it's say it's a prequel series, so it's like it doesn't work like that because
No.
yeah, she doesn't know what Zeram is,
Yeah.
and
There's no history between them in this. I think what's interesting is that for the sequel in the anime that they decided to keep bringing back Saram instead of just doing the further adventures of Iria and Bob.
right.
Like just
Well,
give them some other adventures, you know?
you see, I didn't know if there was a manga history behind this,
No,
so
this was an original.
yeah, okay. So,
Sort of. It part of it started as a sequel to Cyber Ninja, which the director did earlier,
all right.
but he decided to break it off into an original.
Okay. So,
It was also he wanted to make his feature debut, and he just accumulated whatever stuff he could get his hands on a low budget.
yes. Oh no, that's you can tell that. Um, but I do like the idea of trapping the well, with this logic though, it's kind of like, oh, Earthlings are so primitive and such, and it's like that kind of tells me that perhaps a galaxy far, far away is not fiction. Maybe someday Jedi will land on Earth, but that's just
And give us
optimism.
their hair braids.
Well, yeah, geez, I don't even want to think about that. Did Lucas, because episode one is
Cliff,
all Kurosawa, design
well, it's
wise, but
sort of. It's is it Cliff Chiang or who was the main designer on the Star Wars stuff? He was influenced. He admits that he was influenced by this.
okay.
Patrick Tatopoulos, the production designer, was also. This is one of those movies that became like a cult hit among like uh, uh, art design teams.
Yeah, no, I could see that, and I
Yeah.
mean,
Is
I
it
could
Doug
probably
Chiang or Cliff Chiang? I can't
um.
remember.
Well, I can even see like with some of the stuff. My favorite television show is Red Dwarf from
Mhm.
BBC Two back in the day, and the guns and like the Inquisitor episode. I could see a lot of influence
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that design. Uh,
I mean,
so
it's worth also pointing out that Kei Tamamiya also gave us the designs of Rita Repulsa and Goldar and Squat and Babu and basically the entire villains rogues gallery of Power Rangers.
yeah, all right. Well, if you didn't squish a human, I mean a eventually if you didn't have the abortion scene in this movie, yeah, show it to your kids.
Oh man,
Well,
watching this movie when I was 12, that was
oh
yeah.
no, I was in I'm 45, so I was in my upper like as I say,
Okay.
getting into anime. I couldn't have been I probably 97 or so because again, my older sister like, "Hey, can you
Mhm.
officially buy this tape for me?"
I started getting an anime when I was 9 in like 91.
Well, I
And
mean,
part of it was Robotech, and that's
mhm.
kind of why I'm a big Carl Macek fan and a fan of
Oh
Steamworld.
yeah. Yeah,
Also, those early sci-fi marathons and stuff.
oh, no, I've got
Dude,
plenty. You see,
I just rewatched Robot Carnival and Project Echo recently. So,
yeah, shoot. I got Memories on DVD, but and I have Project Echo on cassette on VHS. Um,
oh, the new Blu-ray they put out is
ugh,
spectacular. It's packed. It is packed.
my friends at Collateral Cinema, which I was recently on their Rocky Four episode.
Hmm.
Yeah, they had a project. Well, no, maybe it was it's just good that I'm doing such networking that I'm getting my podcast appearances confused. Maybe it was the No on 15 all cast out of Chicago, but
Mm,
they did Project A recently. I think it was probably Collateral Cinema because they get guys from this retro anime podcast where they do a couple of Brits where it's okay, we're gonna a father teaching the son of the old ways, essentially.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so and it's just kind of nuts, like, oh shoot. And I work at a liquor store, so it's like I see IDs and like, oh shoot, like realizing that I should have adult children by this point. I'm in the, being in the Midwest, it's kind of
I'm 2 years younger than you, and I don't have any kids either. So
well, no, and no, got my cat.
that
That's
that's
enough.
why we're on a podcast. We're the two middle-aged childless men
Oh yeah,
with beards talking about a movie from 1991. That's
right.
this is how life is supposed to be.
Yeah, but when I got into anime, it was like I loved Voltron back in the day,
Hmm.
and of course Robotech was coming out, and it's like, oh, I would, but you could really only get it on cassettes. And I think it was my mom who said, "Nope, you can't watch that." Like,
It was when we moved to my parents split up and we moved in the early 90s, and the Blockbuster that we moved nearby had the entire Macross saga on VHS. So every
mhm.
weekend I would get another volume of it.
All right. I actually
Yeah.
got to the by the time that uh mom and pop stores were dying was when I finally got a hold of some
Hmm.
finally rented Robotech on my own again. By that point, I'm 18, 19.
Yeah.
So
Well, my dad was also a local comic store manager, and so
uh
comic conventions had the bootleg tapes
mhm.
swaps and all that stuff. So I saw a lot of stuff. Even I probably even saw Zieram before the official 1994 release.
Oh, yeah, I did that wiki diving like
Yeah,
because I have a
I might have seen it in 92 or 93.
yeah, I like catch myself off guard. Like, no, I of course I knew there was a sequel, but
Hmm.
well, it doesn't have a wiki page, or when I clicked on it, it went to all Japanese, and it's like,
No,
um,
thankfully Google Translate's actually pretty good these days. So you can read a lot of the Japanese. I've actually got
well,
Keita Amamiya's Japanese Wikipedia page open right now.
well, it's funny in a sense that Google Translate works great, but don't try searching for anything on Google anymore. And yep, and now I just caught that my Audacity is not recording, but shoot, I didn't hit record, I
Oh,
should say. So
the
I
call's being recorded on Zoom.
yeah, and
So
that's yeah. No, the
double track.
right, the first time I ever had a guest on the show was Jessica Quaz from the Second Chance Movies podcast, and we were discussing Spaceballs, so we could and that was when I
Mm,
was very strict on my rules. No, like not the I did crazy flicks where it's like, yes, I only want to talk about movies between 70 and 100 minutes, but if it's crazy as shit, I will make time for you now. It's all a
yeah.
branding thing essentially. So it's like, oh, we'll talk about space. What's your favorite movie? Oh, Empire Strikes Back. Will you talk about Spaceballs? And if we happen to go off
No, but I'll
on,
talk about Empire Strikes Back.
well, yes. Well,
I
no,
know.
she was game. I think she was in LA for a bit doing some uncredited writing
Hmm.
stuff. I think she said she was on that at midnight. So, back in the
Oh,
day.
nice.
So, yeah. Now she's out in Denver and they haven't released an episode in 2 years, so I try to
Yeah.
keep in touch though. Um, but she said, "Okay, yeah, we'll do it over Zoom," and she sent me the audio, and it was only her hat side. And it's like I didn't realize I was supposed to record my side. So,
I had I've lost I had a 5 hour long back when I was doing a podcast series called I Hate Love Remakes. We did a podcast on at the time all three King Kong movies, the
oh,
30s, the
the
70s, and the
70s
Peter
and the
Jackson.
mhm.
And I have all of my audio, but the other call side recorded and then got corrupted. So all I
Oh,
have are just little blips and spikes of sound. I don't have any like words or sentences.
well, and it was a similar thing when I was at Fan Expo New Orleans. with my friends from the NOLA Film Scene podcast,
Hmm.
and of course it was kind of a bust. We were matched up against the Back to the Future reunion panel, and we're talking everybody on that one. Like, and I thought people were missing this because the LA fires. Why did all these people make it? Like,
Yeah.
um,
And then on my John Carpenter series for our They Live episode, I lost my side of the call,
mm,
but I could faintly hear myself in the headphones of the other person. So I
yeah,
boomed up the audio,
mm,
basically kind of rescripted my side of it and then filled it in.
yeah, and so when was doing it,
Podcasting adventures.
yes, so yeah, when I was doing and for that Spaceballs episode, it's like I got a hold of my big sister, the poetic critic, and
Mhm.
like you want to talk about it, and then I'm gonna throw all her audio, Jessica's audio at the end. Like, oh, it's a little bonus function. There you go.
Yeah.
What it was supposed to have been. Um, but with them, it's like, well, they ended up releasing the same panel for their podcast. And like, I don't know, man, not cool, but no, I was fine with it. You know,
Well, but you have a sequel
gets
coming up now that you can screw up as well.
right, right. So. Um, yeah, then it but that guy, the guy they had like, oh, they put lapel mics on everybody, and then one guy's didn't happen, but he was so
Hmm.
quiet. Oh, he was so quiet on the because that at panels you got to talk into that
Yeah.
microphone. As he was so quiet though, it's like, well, he's got great audio, and the like it was fine for mine because my microphone picked it up because first fan expo I did, oh, we'll record your audio, just give us a flash drive. Yeah, it didn't happen, and that was totally lost. Fan
To
expo
this day,
Chicago.
Levelator has never let me down.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Been using that for 15 years.
Well, I mean Audacity I learned back when I was in junior college, my second stint. And that was 2010,
Mhm.
2009 even. I dropped officially became a college dropout in 2010. I had two associates by that point. It was um and it was honestly the snooty artist that caused that. It was like, all right, I finally get to take the screenwriting course that I was waiting 3 years to take, and then it's like, so this is all just exercises. Like,
Mhm.
come on. I mean, so I was acing the course, but it's like, no, this isn't any fun. So, and as I say, I was, I don't know. It's very changing times and what have you. Like, oh, I'll get my mass media
Yeah.
certificate, and then it's like, what? You're not actually going to teach the course. You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, no, I don't want to.
Screenwriting, yeah.
No, it
Screenwriting,
wasn't.
it's better to look for workshops than the actual classes because the workshops, they expect everyone to already know the basics.
Okay, I did write. I did write my screenplay, Main Event of the Dead. I was writing about my wrestling career, and then it's like I got to a B movie marathon at the now defunct Peoria Independent Theater, and like, no, I like they say B movie. This is when I was introduced to no budget, and it's like, oh, I could do that. I got friends, and come on, wrestling world, come to me, and nobody. But I just took my copy of the True Romance screenplay that my friend Stephanie gave me. Like, all right, if Tarantino didn't have any formal training, so let's go from there. Um, but I guess better get on the movie. I love, and I guess it is
Yeah.
probably a Japanese thing that the jumpsuits and everything. And it's almost with enough watching enough anime, it's either you're an artist or you're a civil servant in that country, is what I've gotten with our two electricians who are
Yes.
uh,
I I do love how they set it up where Iria and Bob are like, it's okay, this is primitive. I tapped into their electricity. We're good. And they tap into it so obviously and badly that these two these two civil servants are like, who the hell did this? And
and
then I love that was it Tamiya had to actually use his electrician skills in the third act climax.
well, I don't know if you all you do is see Back to the Future to do that bit, but
Oh, he had to strip those wires and reconnect them. Yeah. He had
uh,
his pliers. He knew what he was doing.
yeah. So Kamiya and Tepe,
Tepe, yeah,
Tepe, yeah. Again, the Mazak
yeah.
dub. Um,
Have you
go.
seen the sequel yet?
No, I haven't. I like again. It was
One
like,
tease, one tease is that Iria shows up on the day of Tepe's wedding,
oh,
and everything
gee.
goes and everything goes to shit. Yeah.
See, that's just they should have put that on the wiki about that.
Hmm.
And as I say, Google Translate, great. Google itself, like I hate having to page down twice to get away from the AI.
Yeah.
So, and that was something I was talking to a friend about, like, oh yeah, watch Companion. Yeah, so did I. All right. And it's like, yeah, this is what Skynet didn't happen in the 90s because we weren't treating people like dicks so much.
Yeah.
Like this is like everything from the Matrix on. AI is basically like
Yeah.
learning how to be a dick from us,
Yeah.
and it's gonna bite us in the ass that way. It's not about self-preservation. Like just
Yeah.
um
Not so much Skynet as Sky Keck.
yeah, but so two electricians come across Iria and Bob, who are waiting to capture Zieram, who just wasted a unit
Hmm.
of soldiers. Um, and like it's gonna land, crash land, and like the anime, it's like it doesn't really have a sense of where it's going. It's just an agent of chaos. It is the alien meets the xenomorph meets the Joker in a sense.
Yeah. Did you watch the dub or the subtitled?
I watched the dub again.
Okay. There's the after the slaughter, there's this brief sequence of subtitles on the screen that I
Yeah,
noticed the dub didn't translate. That's
yes.
the distress call that then Bob and Iria respond to.
Oh, see, that's
So there
that's
is a little info there. Yeah.
okay. I presumed as much. It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, that was always something I got thrown off of. Like, you're telling me that I'm paying an extra $5 for a subtitled VHS tape when you didn't have to hire extra actors, you could have just. And I've seen enough panels about the history of subs and dubs.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh yeah, and I
Uh,
know there's a lot of controversy around Carl Masak in general because of streamlined pictures and being
mm,
dubs over subs and all stuff. I honestly, it was necessary for the time to make
yes.
it the mainstream thing that it was. It's good that the industry moved beyond that, but it was a necessary step to get there.
Yeah, say it moved beyond that, but I've been waiting for other panels, sitting in the previous one, which is a bunch of voice actors, and we're not talking the Japanese originals. So I don't know. I like dubs in a sense because I like the
There's
I
an
think
artistry to it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Animation kind of lends itself better to dubbing. Like if I watch a live action movie, I prefer it
Yeah, yeah.
subbed.
Well, and
Um,
I'll say I actually think the dub for this one is very well produced. And
hmm.
I like that there's a bit of a naturalistic bounce to the delivery just to kind of match the live action.
Right, and that's good to say because I was thinking about the again the Abbott and Costello elements
Mhm.
of this. It's
And
like
that's all straight from the Japanese version too, because
okay,
uh, the translation is also very accurate, even a lot of the quips and everything.
all right, oh that's good to know. Because I was thinking like, geez, at points it's like, is this Vic
Yeah.
Romano and Kenny Blankenship from Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
No, it is
Yeah,
actually a very faithfully
okay,
produced dub.
which is
And I
just
honestly,
weird for
yeah,
Masak, you know.
yeah. Well, and I'll no, not really. Mason was actually quite faithful. There were things that he altered because he felt that it would hurt something's ability to be sold in the mainstream, but they were specific moments here and there. It's not like he did, like Robotech. He didn't make the big changes to Robotech because he wanted to. That was commissioned by Golden Harvest, and even
Right.
then, there's still actually quite faithful presentations of the three shows.
Well, I'm just saying the totally different dubs
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard for Akira. as I was going
Akira,
back.
there's a story there. They directed the dub, but they had no control over the script for it.
Hmm.
There was the Japanese licensor demanded that they get an Academy Award winning screenwriter, so they had to actually find an Academy Award winning screenwriter who had written like a British film in the 70s.
All right. Oh, that explains a lot
Yeah.
there. So,
Yeah. There
uh,
is Anime News Network did like a 2.5 hour interview with Carl Macek just a few months before he died
okay.
that gets into a lot of his career.
You see, I've been watching a lot of Secret Galaxy or Toy Galaxy. Once
Okay.
was Toy Galaxy on YouTube, and like he wasn't really a Robotech Macross guy, but he's like, like the most recent one I saw was the Robotech movie from
Hmm.
'85 that
Oh yeah.
very few people have seen since. Um,
Yeah. The one where they kind of like took a bit of one of the shows, a bit of a separate OVA series, produced some
yeah,
original animation.
right. They
Yeah.
had Canon Group was involved, which is the biggest reason I want
Yeah.
to see it. Um, so that's
Even Macek says we kind of made a mess of that one.
yes, no, he yeah, that was thoroughly documented.
Yeah. Whereas
So,
Sentinels, Robotech the Sentinels,
mhm.
I'm a bit that never got off the ground because that was like him being like, all right, let's actually sit down and script something from the bottom up. And it just unfortunately didn't happen beyond the pilot.
Right, yeah, and I've got that tape somewhere. So,
Yeah. Hey,
um,
he's also the guy who gave us Cops Fighting Crime in a Future Time.
uh,
The Cops
I
animated series.
that's what I thought you were going for.
Yeah.
Like, I
Because the
think that
tagline is Fighting Crime in a Future Time.
right, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was just saying it's gosh, we're saying 20 years here. It's like
Uh-huh.
I watched it back when I was a kid, and that was
I
it.
got it on DVD. I just rewatched it like 8 years ago.
Oh,
I
so
collect an extreme amount of 80s and 90s cartoons.
oh, I mean, I my cosplay is Captain N, and I've got
Hmm.
Ewok cells from Ewoks and Captain
Yeah, yeah.
N hanging up in my apartment.
By the way, I
Um,
do want to say one last Carl Macek note is when he was working for ADV near the end of his career, he was
all
still
right.
producing dubs. Like
Hmm.
he'd worked on the dub for Bleach.
Hmm.
One of the last was Ara Battler Dunbine, which was an 80s show by the Gundam team, and he did the dub in the style of an 80s dub. So he actually brought back a lot of the same actors,
All
had them
right.
kind of act in that 80s style, and it's a very good vintage dub.
Well, that's interesting, saying that's ADV because they were very much Matt Greenfield, Manton
Mhm.
Whitley as their and it's good to
Yeah,
see
Matt
those.
Greenfield came up under Macek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah. So back to the movie right now. I'm at the
Yes.
point where we think we have Zieram trapped. So it's basically, and I love the fact that they like created the zone thing because I think this
Yeah.
would be ahead of X 1999. Um,
Probably.
yeah, because like that's a so I must have seen this like in 2000 or so because X 1999 VHS tape. I like the movie. You could definitely tell they were still writing the series before they did the movie because
I haven't
there's
seen any of the X's yet. That's
oh
Clamp. I like outside of Tokyo Babylon. Clamp's a big blind spot for me.
see I haven't gotten to Tokyo Babylon yet
Okay.
so
And even then, I mostly just know the 2 episode OVA. I never read the manga.
right no I
Yeah.
no I mean I have a tape of the first Ray Earth OVA.
I've got it on
Uh,
Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it yet.
yeah. Oh, the story of my life.
Pretty much anything Discotech puts out, I will just buy, and eventually I might get around to it. I mean, actually, speaking of Keita Amamiya, the guy who did Zieram, they are currently putting out the Metal Heroes series
All right.
uh, from the 80s, which, we know some of it over here as Big Bad Beetleborgs and VR Troopers.
Hmm.
Um, he came up as a special effects artist on that, and then became noted for his design style for like 7 years in a row. He was the head, not the designer of the heroes, because he actually didn't like doing cyborgs. He liked doing all the villains
Hmm.
because
Well,
he
I
had
did
this kind of techno organic style.
right, which
Yeah.
is uh like Zieram just basically laid out the like it was kind of a proof of
Mhm.
concept in a sense because the anime, and I just is awesome in my opinion. And uh,
Yeah.
now I'm thinking I got to look up the old cartoon sushi series from MTV, see if there's anything like because there was a bit where they would just redub animes to be
Hmm.
really silly, and they did Eerie. Like Eerie was the first one
Yeah.
they did.
And
Um,
I need to, I own the animated series on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to now that I just rewatched the first movie. I've never actually watched the entire animated series. I've only seen the first three episodes because in the mid 90s, Central Park Media, and I had this with Record of Lotus War too, was they would release video CDs where you could watch the first
right.
three episodes as QuickTime files,
Yes.
like low res 480 QuickTime files.
Right. Yeah, no, they Central Park Media did that. ADV
Yeah.
was like, we'll get you a laser disc. And
Yeah. But that's how I saw
Heights,
Record of Lotus War for the first time. That's how I
mm,
saw the animated Iria for the first time.
yeah, yeah. I think we were still watching those even in the early 2000s, my wrestling
Hmm.
days, getting drunk at somebody's house.
Hmm.
Um, so, but yeah, back
Well,
to
and
mm,
back to the movie, one thing I really like is how cleverly it uses its minimal budget in
mm,
terms of most of our locations are just going to be streets at night, except for this one construction site during the day, and we'll have her fire a flare gun to turn it into the day for 20
mm.
minutes.
Yep. No,
And
they.
otherwise, it's just shot fast and cheap.
Oh yeah, no, it's I mean, I'm a big I mean, I've seen probably more Miike than most people. So
Hmm.
that's but you look at well, that guy's directed probably close to 200 movies by this point. So
Hmm.
obviously, and that was something I was kind of looking into was like so this was a straight up theatrical release instead of the V cinema that
Right.
Mac
Technically,
Miike was working
Cyber
in.
Ninja was produced as a theatrical release, but it didn't get released theatrically. So he had
Right.
already technically made a feature film.
Hmm.
Have you seen Cyber Ninja?
No, I have not. I'm
You
where
you
yeah.
dig it
Okay. Thank you very
because
much
he
for that.
mixes his design. It's like he takes his design aesthetic and makes it futuristic cyborg versions of ancient samurai.
Now I gotta also rewatch the Bad Movie Bible YouTube series.
Hmm.
RoboCop clones was a
Yep.
episode. So,
Yep.
uh, which it's kind of funny how many like we only have four RoboCop movies, two of which, well, I didn't mind the remake, but
I
I
like
would
the
not.
remake quite a bit. It's a very different movie, but I like it.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, and you can
It had a lot of
appreciate.
great ideas.
Yes, I mean, hell, Total Recall's remake wasn't
Mhm.
that bad, and
Doesn't have to be as good to still be good.
right, it's just like
My
it. You got
my
it. It's
mantra.
just, yeah, it's just the concept of franchises and everything. Like, oh, we got the
I'm
IP on
pro
this.
franchise.
Thank you. We'll have to get the poetic critic
I'm
on
pro reboots,
sometime.
pro remakes.
Yeah, no,
I'd
she's
be happy to.
all right. We'll figure something out to get her in on that because she's like, what? Very much. But what I'm saying is like, I don't know. Well, it's one of those things like you have to put the name Total Recall on your movie just to get people interested, which
Mhm.
is kind of shouldn't be a thing. But
Well, did you ever see the Total Recall TV series, which is basically just Blade Runner, the TV series set on Mars?
no, I had not. I'm aware of it. I mean,
It's super
fi-
low budget, but it's actually pretty smart sci-fi. It's basically kind of a hodgepodge of Philip K. Dick stuff,
yeah,
just with a very, very low budget. So it's more just conceptual and stuff.
right.
But it's not a bad series.
Oh, I mean, people like the RoboCop series. I think the Canadian
Which one? There's been
ones.
four.
Yeah, well, as I say, I think I hear good things about the Canadian stuff. I never got around to it when Netflix was actually cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I know
uh,
Prime Directives was actually based on the original RoboCop 2 script by Ed Neumeyer,
yes, I
the
did know
corporate
that.
wars plot. Yeah.
Mm.
And then you get the cartoons.
That was that back then. It was like, well, that's my way to know what my friends are talking about because my parents were very much like, nope, MPAA. And then, like, I get on my little sister a lot because what do you mean you haven't shown? Like, I was watching Flash Gordon at 2 years old, Why I bought that for my nephew's first Christmas and you haven't let him watch it?
I remember being a small child being freaked out when the metal-faced bad guy goes down on the spikes and his
Like
eyeballs
it
melt out of
was
the helmet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, left an
okay.
impression.
Yeah, no, now I'm thinking about it. Oh, geez, then
Yeah. So anyway,
weird. I did get some weird kinks out of that. Damn it.
yeah.
Okay, so
Anyways, back to
maybe,
Zieram.
yeah.
One of the things I also really like, because you were talking about the bit where they tried to trap him, is the structure of the story, how you have this like whole 15-minute sequence of look at how awesome Iria is. And but even with how awesome she is, she barely holds her own against Zieram. And then suddenly you have the flip where she's taken out of the story, and now
Hmm.
these two guys are stuck alone with Zieram. And
Right.
that's just a fun way of plotting out a story.
But it's a fun way of plotting out the story, but that's like, I guess, like, okay, let's have a cool Scarlett Johansson character kick some ass, and then we'll put the two guys from role models
Yeah.
to handle, to take the heat for the next 30 minutes. It's like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And one of them will get his arm eaten by an alien. The other one will try to eat a cockroach, and
yeah,
yeah. And then they'll
but
just kind of run around circles in this closed off city where
well,
they keep
and
running
that
into glass walls. Yeah.
right, and that's where I get into the alien isolation. It's like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
there's Zieram, and oh, okay, and we are out of this situation. It's
It should
like,
also be noted that Kei Tamamiya worked on survival horror games and actually worked on one of the Clock Tower games.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, yeah,
which,
it's this movie is like an interesting like hodgepodge of like survival horror games, and then just his years because he again worked on the Metal Heroes line. He had already worked on several Kamen Riders. He had already worked on a Super Sentai series. So that's where you get all the explosions and the graphic effects and basically everything that you would have in a Super Sentai series,
yeah, it's
but make it a space western with fleshy putty creatures.
there you go, and the the comedy element again. It's like,
Yeah. The one with
um,
the one monster that has the three baby faces on it.
oh yeah, and they like
Especially the one where he just kind of rises up behind the two guys who don't see him.
right. Well, as I say, it's again proof of concept because then like once you get to the Iria series, it's like, yeah, oh no,
Yeah.
I see where they got that, and now I've really got to go and watch Zieram 2 and just
Yeah.
I do have a PlayStation, do have an original PlayStation 1, and I do have a I think it was somehow I thought I was buying a PlayStation 2 importer
Mm.
modulator, which really ought to do. You
Does
don't
it have the
like
Zeram game on it?
no, but that's like
Oh.
because I end up accidentally buying a PlayStation 1 version. It's like I guess I should look up this game and
Yeah.
it's honestly like buying imported games a lot probably a little more inexpensive than buying the domestic releases, at least when it comes to finding old stuff. I have
Mm.
found. Like I was recently bought the Capcom Fighter net the latest Capcom Fighters collection, and what do you mean?
Mm.
Like yes, I'm gonna make a lot of money selling my copy of Project Justice for the Dreamcast, but what do you mean it doesn't have the original Rival Schools on it? So, like, and then I'm looking online, it's like, no, I can't afford the original Rival Schools. Well, domestically at least.
So what do you think of the four versions of Zeram? Because we get his initial cloaked version, then we get the bare chested version, then we
Yeah.
get the skeletal version, and
Mm.
then we get
Yeah.
the female John Carpenter's The Thing version.
Yeah. Um, well, as I say, it kind of brings me back to by the end of the finale where you have them running to the top of the building to get the cannon and like, oh great, this is by this point the skeletal version comes out and like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so this is Terminator.
Oh, totally. But
Yeah,
it's a good flip on it.
right. But this is coming, but for me, like, I was talking to uh well, it's the first time I really ever talked to the Cinema Snob YouTuber originally out of Springfield, Illinois. So it's like
Hmm.
I'm aspiring to be him. Like get enough view
There's
listens and
better
I'll
people to aspire to be.
wow. yes, but get up to Chicagoland and because I make moving to Champaign was kind of a gamble, and then it's like, oh, obviously I can't move again unless it's back home, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's not that's not. I like the joke that the moment my little sister started having kids, I need 90 miles away from everything. Um, but it's like he was going on about I like talked about his review for the movie, the Bruno Mattei movie Rats.
Mm,
And oh yeah, no, if you like that, watch Shocking Dark, which is Bruno originally Terminator 2 in Italy,
mm,
which is more of an Aliens ripoff. But then
of course.
by the end, it's and like that was just so unbearable because they were ripping direct dialogue from Aliens into this movie.
Have you seen
And
Lady Terminator?
no, I've seen the highlights though. I'm a that's something my older sisters got me into was the bootleg Safari, and like you go to YouTube, you watch the uncensored version, like, all right, here's our dick shot comp count.
Yeah. I know
But
Melissa keeps threatening to bring Lady Terminator to B-Fest one of these years, so hopefully we'll
oh
get there.
yes, oh yeah, no, best things I got right now to offer B Fest is the Soska sisters.
Eh.
Couple. I thought Dead Hooker in the trunks
No, I know,
little.
but I don't know that it's a B-Fest movie because a lot of it's played straight, or not
Oh
straight, but it is the movie that it's selling itself. Like it's not a bad.
oh
I really like Dead
yeah
Hooker in a Trunk.
yeah.
I just don't know that it's a B-Fest movie because it's not bad,
Right. Well, I'm just saying it's got to be it's virtually a
or
no
it's not
budget.
unintentional.
Okay, right. It's not Truth or Dare.
Yeah,
Uh, but
yeah. It's there's nothing unintentional about it.
but you get weird ones like 2023 it was you know, Big Man Japan like
True, true, and that's
yeah.
again a very intentional movie.
Yeah,
It's
and
just a
then
what the hell movie.
right. So yeah, Dead Hooker trunk is not a what the hell. Maybe
Oh
American
man,
Mare.
imagine if the snake in Zieram had that bad CGI comb over that kept
Oh,
flipping over.
I really did dig the Snakehead in
Yeah.
Zieram, like because you watch it animated. Well, it's animated, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, and it's good that that's how you. Oh, and now I see the three faced monster
Hmm.
sneaking up on. Uh, like it's almost like the slapstick in this is like almost
I
like a
want to
kind
cut
of
some of those to the Bulk and Skull theme. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. It's kind of like some of the like, maybe we should really dive further into these guys. Like,
Well, what I like is that it's not super broad. It still feels like two just real guys. It's
yeah,
not, it's not Bulk and it's not played that heightened, and it feels like two normal guys stuck in a weird situation trying to make the best of it.
mm,
And I like that there is more nuance to the story and the characters to them, just enough little personality and quirk to them that they're not just two schmucks.
right. Man. Well, they're likable schmucks, I should say. Don't know if I would
Yeah, yeah.
say like there's a
They're
lot of
normal people. That's what I like.
yeah,
They're normal
right.
people.
Well, I don't know. It's more back from my wrestling days. You always have some guy who's got to be well. I guess I just normal people. I just don't like people.
Right. I mean, Kami is an asshole. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Um,
And Tepe is just and Tepe is naive.
yes. So
So, but I don't think
again,
either one of them is stupid. They're just kind of just impulsive and normal. So,
right. Yeah. No, no, again, you sold Zieram too just for Tepe's wedding? All right.
it's at the wedding,
Yeah.
and now everyone's like, "Where did Tepe go?" Enter
It's
zone level 2.
well, it's interesting when you bring that. It's like then I think of like maybe the wedding is the new space for horror movies. Like when you run out of ideas, put Jason in space. Make the leprechaun a venereal disease and put him in space. make a space station out of the configuration from Hellraiser.
I like
Uh,
that one. I
oh,
like that one.
I still gotta watch that. I had a friend where we did
I
a
like it's not just Hellraiser in space. It's like a multi-generational family saga.
yes, right. Oh no, we were doing a Hellraiser marathon at a friend's house out in a little town, I'd say Homer, Illinois, and we started it
Hmm.
watching it on a makeshift movie screen. We had that, and then it's like, oh yeah, it gets cold when you don't have trees around. So then we took it inside and
Hmm.
like, and again, it stresses the importance of physical media. It's like, oh no, I can't get this download. Like, I
Yeah.
think we're at the stop after three movies. So, uh, but I've picked up four through
So I also
six.
want to point out a lot of the effects team. Oh, go
Hmm.
ahead.
No, no, you.
Oh, okay. I actually wrote a back when I was writing magazines, I wrote a whole retrospective of the entire Hellraiser franchise.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just haven't had I'm not a big, like, I did not get into horror until my early 20s, and that was like back when IFC was IFC, and I saw a documentary about Argento, and it's like, uh,
Uh,
kind of played toward the
yeah,
weird kink,
I never got
weird.
into Argento, but I was reading Barker back in high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, yeah, it's just, I was afraid of
I've
getting
seen a
scared.
lot of Argento. I just don't care
Yeah.
for him.
Oh no, I can understand that. I have another podcast I'm friends with, B3 out of Cleveland, and like there's some tough episodes for me to listen to. It's like, no, you're not getting it. Like, um,
I just
but
think he's a sloppy storyteller and he doesn't give a
oh
shit.
no. He's that
Yeah.
documentary I saw
Yeah.
define like no, he's well, it's interesting because he was a screenwriter first, and
Yeah.
then Once Upon a Time in
I
the
like his early
West.
70s giallos.
Yes, and that's what a lot of people like, you're either on the let's get crazy,
Yeah.
let's go nuts, or you're with the Animal trilogy
Well,
when
and
it comes to Argento.
I don't love Suspiria, but I can vibe with it. I
Yeah.
think again, just the visuals, the soundscapes, all that stuff is fascinating.
Hmm.
It's a mess of a story, and he's one of those filmmakers a lot like Fulci, where people just try to give him a free pass of dream logic, and it's like, no, he just doesn't give a shit.
Well, as I say, it's been documented he
Yeah.
doesn't give a
But
shit.
and Fulci, it's been documented, he shows up on set drunk, having not read the script, and just makes it up as he goes along,
I I haven't
and
finished.
hires good cinematographers.
Right, I haven't finished F for Fulci. That's on Shutter, but
Yeah,
no, it's uh
I'm Mario Bava all the way.
oh,
Hmm.
Bava was the best.
Yeah.
Like, any opinion on Lamberto?
I have not seen any of Lamberto's stuff yet.
Okay, because he was like the bridge, like kind of the bridge between
Yeah.
Argento and Bava was
Yeah. Or two of those ones perpetually on my watch list.
yeah. So I've seen Demons and loved it, but it's
Hmm.
that is really a shit show movie still. Like,
I can ride with a bonkers movie if it gets the tone right.
all right, then yeah, give Demons a chance. If you want a good
Yeah.
off the wall Italian horror, though, I'd watch Stage Fright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, Michelle Savi. So
I've seen
another,
Cemetery Man.
yeah, and that was actually like the first Italian I ever saw, and it's like, well, yeah, it's nuts, but don't know why people are so like, oh, it's so graphic, and like,
I think it was just different for the time. Kind of like when Peter Jackson first blew onto the scene. It's just kind of
oh,
like nobody was quite ready for it. Yeah.
right, no,
I
now you
kick
talk.
ass for the Lord.
I on it like again, that's probably why I got out of screenwriting course. It's like, no, I could like Jackson did Bad Taste pretty much with no training. So,
Hmm.
um,
And
so
I've been
it,
collecting screenplays since I was 13, so I've read plenty of source material, and I did do some
mm,
screenwriting courses, but
mm,
I still regularly read screenplays, so I know the format.
you're right. Um, so yeah,
So
this is a fun conversation because we're really
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
like I have the movie playing in my peripheral, basically
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, we better wrap her up. Like it's
Well,
better to be short and concise. I have found at least numbers wise, but then if you got something awesome,
eh,
people will listen anyhow. Like
Melissa's had
that's
me
it.
on her show, and we went for 4 hours once. Um,
I think I haven't broken the 3 hour
I'm
mark
not
yet.
gonna hold you to that.
But no,
Yeah,
no, no, no. I haven't, as I say, I don't think I've broken 3 hours yet, and that's usually just
yeah, yeah,
um a lot of my guests are stand-up comedians or aspiring stand-up comedians. Sorry
hmm,
to throw shade at like the person I think who
yeah, yeah, yeah.
knows I said aspiring will pick up on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I think it was to steer us back to Zeram. I think
mm.
what's really cool about it is I think the visual aesthetic is a big part of why this caught on with people. The fact that it pulled that off on a low budget.
Well, it's
And
Reservoir Dogs in a sense.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also just I think Yuko Maruyama's area is just iconic visually. Yeah,
Hmm.
once you watch it again, it's like the character is a little thin and she disappears for half the movie. But it's like that scene where she deflects the bullet and it goes back and blows up the smokestack behind her is just one of the most iconic
Right. That's
visuals of 1991.
yeah, it's just more or less with like you've presented us with Ripley on
Yeah.
steroids and
Yeah.
then we don't
Battle
get to
corset.
see right. And
Yeah.
then we don't get to see it. And it's like
Yeah. 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 And
that
I
might
think that's why they did the sequel was because this was enough of a hit that they could get a bigger budget. So
right.
she's more involved throughout that one. And yeah, it is the anime is a very different area. Like doesn't they're not even trying to make her look like the same person.
Yeah.
Um, but I kind of like then that it stands alone.
Right. No, it's as I say, this is again the like I don't know, I said it on Blue Sky a while ago, somebody talking about, oh, man, I can't believe the Happy Town Murders, the Brian Henson puppet, R-rated puppet movie. And it's like, I thought it was a great proof of concept. Like, no, it's not perfect,
Yeah,
but
it's a good proof of concept. But
yes,
I speaking of Brian Henson though, I think one of the things also that this influenced was Farscape. I think Farscape has a lot of similar visual aesthetic, a very similar score. What do you think of the score to this one?
um,
Like
uh,
kind of mixture of vintage and modern.
yeah, it was a definitely a mixture of, I don't, it's not well, it's not unfair for me to because I can't really say I saw a lot of live action Japanese sci-fi from the early 90s. I mean, by the time, as I say, I keep bringing up, Netflix was cool. Like, oh, Tokyo Police, Machine Girl, Asumi, like that was stuff I could get into, and then I compare it to professional wrestling themes from the era. It's like, ah, and I don't know. It's like I wanted to get into J rock and J pop back in the day, but it's
Mhm.
like I don't know. I think they nail it. Like, no, just give me TV theme songs. That's that's the extent of it. Um, so I think it may. I think there's a lot of like Carpenter approved stuff, I guess is what I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this soundtrack is.
I mean, I love
Uh,
the violin. I love the chanting. Um,
yes,
one of
yeah,
my favorite
those.
tracks is the opening credits montage that's playing under like the taiko drums.
Mm, yeah, it's but I can't really say it's like, oh, this is just the same kind of stuff I've been, I you know, I don't know,
Let's
not
just say when I
there.
saw it when I was 11, it was very formative.
Yeah, and again, I saw it when I was in my 20s and
Yeah.
with you know. like I had a pretty tight anime website at the time. Like that was like I wanted to create my own website. Finally got all the stuff and know how to do things, or I think I know how to do things. We're talking 96 or so, and then I want to do Highlander the series. I want to do Star Wars. I want to do anime.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's where I learned keep it simple, stupid. And anime was my biggest obsession at the time. And
A friend
like
and I started an episode by episode watch through blog of short-lived TV shows. So basically, we'd be done in 13 chapters, and then we
ah,
could decide if we want to keep going.
that's yeah. It is yeah, definitely. It's the big thing I've caught on is like no, it you can't overly complicate things.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's great that I get to do panels. I'll be at Capital City Comic Convention in
Hmm.
Lansing in a few weeks, and then I'm flying out to Atlanta. Like, I don't know if they're gonna let me
Yeah.
actually do my podcast because no, we didn't draw very well, but like I threw out another one like 1985, the last great action movie year, or I should
Hmm.
say, stupid action movie year. We're talking all the canon movie, peak canon, Sylvester Stallone's, finishing the top 10 with Rocky and Rambo and Commando from
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger. So,
But we still got to
um,
get you and Poetic Critic to come up for Convergence.
oh shit, Convergence. Oh no, yeah. When is that? Because I
That's
can't.
4th of July weekend. So it's
Oh
too late
no,
probably for
too late
this
for
year,
that
but
one. Yeah,
keep
I
an
was
eye
gonna
on the
say.
future. But it's a panel driven con. It's very easy to get on stuff.
All
I'm going to
right.
be on 4 panels in a couple weeks, so
All right, very cool. Yeah, I wanted to do Twin City Con again, and then no, my mom. Okay, they've been married 50 years, so I suppose, yeah, I'll show up, clean myself up. Like,
yeah,
no,
you can catch up on the 100th. You'll be fine.
right? I just like, did it have your anniversary have to be on a guaranteed con I can get on? Because that was probably our best panel. So that was me and the
Hmm.
poetic critic on that one. Um,
Yeah,
so
keep an eye out for Convergence for next year because I think both of you would be able to get on some panels.
all right. And no, she wants to see them all at some point. So,
That's an undertaking.
yeah, I was there, gosh, 20 years ago, but
I haven't even been to the mall in probably 15, 20 years.
oh, yeah, no, closest I got was the IKEA once when my little brother was living up in St. Paul for a bit. So,
My
um,
best memory though was when we went to because there's a movie theater at the top of the mall,
yeah, I
and
knew that.
my dad and I went there to see Titanic on Christmas night when it opened, and the entire rest of the mall was closed except for the movie theater. So after watching the movie, we just got to wander around the closed Mall of America. It was fun.
Inter yeah, interesting. Oh, but oh, the days of like a Suncoast on every floor. Miss that kind of stuff. Like I
Yeah.
would always
What?
driving up to catch baseball game when I was still living in Peoria and having to go up 55 to get to Chicago for Cubs games. Like, all
Hmm.
right, I got to leave early enough so I can stop by the Joliet Mall because they had the last Suncoast in Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We had a Suncoast at the Maplewood Mall, which is where I lived by, and
mm,
yeah, no, I totally got a lot of my early anime from there.
yeah.
I was
Uh,
13 when Neon Genesis Evangelion hit. I was the perfect
oh.
age for it.
Oh yeah. No, it's just,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh, so yep.
By the
So
way,
the
yeah, speaking
mm,
of my love for Hideaki Anno, Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider got to see all three of those in the theater.
oh shoot, you see, Anno, I knew he did Shin Godzilla. I did not know that he did like I was more so
Yeah.
focused on the reimagination of Evangelion, which is really like I think what IP should go to is like or when I was try really focus on the screenwriting, it was like I want to get successful because I tell stories of a girl that I watched Hudson Hawk and
Yeah.
Biodome with, and couldn't even get a handy. Like
I
that
mean,
is that, I think I earned it by that. No, and I also had a blackout and ended up concussed and like, I guess she's babysitting, so
Hudson Hawk, the
but
argument there is it's an enjoyable movie that you get pulled into.
yes.
Biodome,
No, no,
that's
no.
just going to make you judge each other.
Right. No, and like I just told her like, okay, that's my goal. I want to get famous so I can rewrite
Yeah.
Hudson Hawk. And
Unless you synchronize the handy to, "Oh, would you like to swing on a star?"
I wasn't that deep. Like
And you
as I
just call
said,
it playing Nintendo. I'm a huge fan of Dan Waters scripted movies. Uh,
mm. Oh, that reminds me, I
all
have
right.
the 25th off and Smith and Muse are going to be in town. So,
Oh, nice, nice. So,
yeah.
so Zaram,
Mm.
I it is a very thin movie. It's a very,
Yes.
again, it's an assemblage of things that have been done before, but it's done in interesting, odd
Oh
new
no.
ways.
Yeah, it's a it keeps your attention. I
Yeah.
mean, the
It's
the
definitely a
only
movie by a production designer.
yes. Yeah, and you going back to the proof of concept. All right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we should give you money next time is
Yeah.
what you get
Well,
out
and
of this.
again, that's where Zeram 2 comes in. And I'll say this about Zeram 2. Zeram 2 is, again, it's a very thin story. It's basically it's one of those sequels where it's basically a rehash of the first film with a bigger budget,
Oh, right.
but they
No,
have a bigger budget
and I can
and they have
definitely
fight choreography.
yeah, no, I can definitely appreciate that. I mean, coming
Yeah.
from, all you need's Evil Dead, and it's like,
Yeah.
of course they remake that's the same movie every, gosh, 10 years basically. Like Evil Dead Rise was awesome, but then again
But
it's like I
I'm not going to say it's the same movie. It's finding a way to represent the iconography in a new way.
yes, no. I mean, and it gave Bruce Campbell a little more to do than
Yeah.
just showing up and saying groovy at the end of
Right.
2013's, but
Well, to get back to my area, that's why I like reboots and stuff.
mm,
So my series Schumacast that I do go into the films of Joel Schumacher. Coming up in a few months, we're going to have our Phantom of the Opera episode coming out. In prep for that, I watched as many Phantom of the Opera films as I could. I think it was like 28.
if you I can
And
work on getting you an Argento if you haven't watched that one.
oh, I've seen both opera and his Phantom of the Opera. That's not hard to find.
Okay, no, I didn't think it
Opera I love.
was.
His opera, his 80s Giallo, I love. That's actually probably my favorite Argento movie.
And
His Phantom
that's
of the Opera is trash.
I
R.I.P.
just
Julian Sands. I'm sorry.
yes, but no, I loved it because it seemed like he was trying to rip off Caro Genet and Genet at points. It's
Yeah.
like yes, no,
The whole
I
rat catchers running through the sewers with their giant rat lawnmower.
yes, no, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, I at least know you're
Yeah.
trying. I mean, at least know you're watching stuff like watching new stuff.
I
Like if you
actually
want
really like the Rumbling Phantom.
the what? Oh, I've heard good things. I have not gotten around to it myself.
Yeah.
Um, like that was
It's
one of
super gory, but it's very theatrical.
right. Well, that was one of those Walmart discs. Like I shouldn't say Walmart disc, Walmart
Mhm.
cassettes, and it's like Freddy Krueger is the Phantom, like, and the Poetic
Yeah.
Critic was a big Weber fan at the time. It's like I don't think this
Yeah.
is right. So I would just
Yeah.
granted I was
So yeah.
maybe 13 years old, so it's not like I could get away with buying that tape, but
Yeah. But I mean, my main point is watching all of those Phantom of the Operas actually made me want more Phantom of the Operas because I like the variations on a theme. I like how they take a lot of the same framework and the same iconography, but everyone's coming at it from their own direction.
oh, I can appreciate that. Like
Yeah.
going back to B Fest, I think it was my first B Fest, which I went up there solely to see Showdown in Little Tokyo on a big screen.
Mm, that was a
Um,
blast. I was there.
yes, yeah. That was the only time I got door prizes. Of course, there were only 40 people, so
Yeah.
um, but catching what was it? Shit. Oh, Return to Oz.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Which I that should not have been at B Fest because that's a damn good movie.
yeah, but I get it. I get why it was there because it's not still not really like that's the thing about
Not a normal
B-Fest.
movie, but yeah.
Right. Not a normal movie, but that's the thing about B-Fest. I do appreciate when they're trying to get movies out there that not enough people like, come on, you should love this shit.
Oh, there Return to Oz has a huge following. So
I know, but
yeah.
it's still we got our 20th anniversary DVD with
More than Space Camp.
oh
Yeah.
it's yeah, no, Space Camp, it's like I think I posted on my social medias at the time, like yeah, no, I gotta knock it a half star for
I love
Joaquin Phoenix going off on all these Star Wars bits. Like, shut the um so that's
Space Camp.
yeah, sorry,
Space Camp
internet.
was fun to revisit at B-Fest because that was the first time I had seen it since I was 8.
You
Yeah,
see, I
I
know
noticed we got a bit of a lag right now.
yeah. You see, I didn't see Space Camp till I actually went to Space Camp. So you're like, oh, this is awesome. And like I'm 12 and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of and then to see what it is,
Well,
what, hindsight.
yeah, the setup of the story is nonsense, but once you get to the kids surviving in space, it's good. It's a good fun adventure.
Right, yeah, no, it shuts Joaquin Phoenix
It's
up.
just the getting there.
Right, but you see, the problem was I went to space camp in Huntsville, and it's
Ah,
like, oh, there's no fucking chance. And I broke the PG-13 rated rule, so that we're gonna
it's on
accidentally
you.
end up.
That's what
It,
editing is for.
yes. Oh no, I got a file of as many ways as you can say the word smeg saved. Um, so it's like, oh geez, like, oh, there's no chance we're gonna accidentally end up in space. And then how I shat the bed during the simulation we were supposed to do. It's a good thing we didn't end up in space.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah.
So no, all I can say
Well, I
is
mean, at
like,
least you would have had a diaper then.
yeah, that's I don't know. Then it's going into conversations about like, oh, and on the space center, the space station, they actually call it Mr. Thirsty when you yeah, and like, do they call it Mr. Hungry? We are not going to respond to that question.
Do they call it Mr. Tinkle Vacuum?
Well, that was Mr. Thirsty, as I say.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah,
Yeah. What about everybody asks? What about that? Well, no, no.
they call
Uh,
that the brownie oven.
ah, well, if Mustin owned that shit now, I guess I'd say I'll pass that on. But
Oh man, I just want one of his space missions to just have a giant toilet leak.
I think that was a plot of a Big Bang Theory episode. But, no, not no, it's a subplot where it's like, oh, I designed the
Hmm.
toilet, and like, oh shoot, we found a flaw. Like, um,
So
so.
Zeram, anything else you want to bring up on Zeram?
Let me see. I'll have to go through the notes, like male leads,
I will say,
MXV.
Kamiya, played by Yukijiro Hotaru, I've seen him in so many Japanese movies. He's like one of those Japanese character actors who, to this day, keeps popping up.
He did look familiar. I will say that much.
He was in the first Gamera of the '90s trilogy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen
He's
that,
actually
but I
just
can
in, I
remember.
just watched Rego the Sea Monster. Yeah.
All right. Um, let's see. No, the only things are little juvenile things like, oh, Iria does a transformation, like essentially does a transformation. I'm going to get into the suit. I don't recommend hand-to-hand combat. And it's like, this is like, and I just go on that saying that you suggested Cutie Honey 2004, which I'm really only familiar with the original and 2000 the 90s. Like you
Well, and that's
mean
that's that's Hideaki Anno's Shin Cutie Honey. literally.
Oh, okay. Oh, see,
He directed that one, and it's basically the predecessor to his Shin trilogy.
oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's like, I'm just so used to perverted looks on transformations, essentially. Like, okay. Guess we
Oh,
miss.
the 2004 is it still has the cheesecake element, but it plays it with just the right tone of self-aware comedy.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. Victim.
Oh, one thing I really
Mm.
like about Zieram, the character, is that the giant kind of golem monster is not Zieram. The snake in the head is Zieram, and that's
Yes.
just another like animal servant that she creates.
Well, it's one of those. Well, it works in this movie. I was to say when you go to the Zero anime, like I guess that's still the thing, but not to
I
spoil it.
don't expect Zieram to have tight knit continuity.
No, but no, but I'm just saying like the head is the
Yeah.
thing. Like yeah, no, I'm very glad that we we have been able to keep it clean with the final transformation, like the skeleton, and then
Well, and
it almost seems like really do we have to keep that is an issue. It's like yeah, and again going back to the proof of concept and Azuram 2, it's like do we have to keep bringing it back to life like uh going back to the
but they did it,
Terminator, the
but they did it in
skeleton.
such a wild way.
Oh no. It honestly is closer to say an Evil Dead in an element
Yeah.
there. Like no, we're gonna figure a way to do this again.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and
so
I like the head at the end of the snake because it keeps the snake tentacle from being too phallic and kind of falling into that era of Japanese stuff
oh yeah,
by kind of feminizing it.
yes.
Um, it's also just a really cool design, and I like that the face on the end of it, that's never an actress. That's always a puppet, and it's a really good puppet.
No, it's a great puppet because I thought it was an
Yeah.
actress, which is like
No,
no, oh
it's always an animatronic puppet.
damn.
And and then yes, when you get the John Carpenter's the thing fleshy monster at the end, I think with giving it tits, but it
Mm.
is such a strikingly odd design with that hammerhead and all these thorny bones and that weird gnarly face and then the spikes that are sticking out of the eyes and it just and then even the way it's just shaking and the way it's laughing and cackling, it's just so it's again, they feminized the fleshy tentacle monster in a way that kind of keeps it from being too phallic in a way.
You're right.
And also kind of makes it striking because it gets this kind of like witchy hag quality.
Oh no, it's something. I don't. Well, I mean, it's an upgrade on the Xenomorph tongue, essentially. Like, and
Oh,
when you talk about phallic, you don't get more
mhm.
phallic than H.R. Giger.
Oh yeah. That
So,
he's bones and penises. That's everything that H.R. Giger is.
right. So, no, it's
Anytime someone tries to look like H.R. Giger, it's like you're not penisy enough.
that is
That's the
true.
problem with Krull. Krull is not penisy enough.
No, you're absolutely right there. Like, granted, the
Man,
only
imagine
time.
the five-headed glaive we could have had.
Oh, I can't remember who was speaking very well of Kroll, and it's like, oh yeah, no, it was my the
I
panel
like
I
Krull, but it's a weird, awkward movie.
yeah, oh no, it was the panel I did with monster maker Lynette Eglund, who
Okay.
like she I didn't know I was getting on a panel with her. It's like, oh, nobody
Ah,
signed up for the 1995 30 years of bad horror movies, and neither anybody on the panel did the research.
yeah.
It's a very interesting thing with the I think FanX is the group, and they're gonna do Atlanta. It was Indiana, and it's like, okay, 30 years of bad sci-fi. Man, I guess we're gonna talk about sci-fi. Then it's like while we're doing it, I'm looking over the notes. Oh, this is the description. We're supposed to talk about all the bad sci-fi from 1995. Your species. That is not bad sci-fi. I was the month. Like I agree. Oh
It's
no. I
awkward sci-fi, but it's not bad.
no that one. Like no, I'm there for that one. Like what do you
It's
think
uneven
about Tank?
sci-fi.
right. What do you think about Tank Girl? It's like,
It's
well, my
uneven.
problem, yeah, like it's not a great adaptation of the comic book. I worked on that one. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, how am I
See,
not
this
gonna
this
keep
is my
shit?
problem where people think something either needs to be great or awful. It's like there's a middle ground.
Oh
There's
no,
it's
no, like,
yeah, there's a middle there.
oh no, like the movies, from '95, Waterworld. Like, no, there's a lot of fun to be had. Um, Johnny Mnemonic.
Have you seen the Ulysses cut of Waterworld yet?
No, I have not.
It's the like 4 hour extended cut, the complete version. It actually is a better movie.
Oh, damn. I thought it was a serviceable movie when I saw it. I
Oh
mean, it was
no,
1995. I
there's
mean, the
parts that drag and parts that are fantastic.
yeah,
It's
no,
an
I mean,
uneven movie.
really the only movie I did not know a lot about was Congo from '95 during that panel.
It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
Well, it's Tim Curry and Ernie Hudson. Like,
Oh, and Ernie Hudson knows exactly the movie he's in and
yeah,
is
well, he's
reveling in it.
that is the beauty of Ernie Hudson. He always knows what kind of movie he is in.
He's
Like,
in a movie where they cast him as the Black Great White Hunter, and he just yes.
well, I mean, it goes back to the stuff he was doing with Reitman before
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. I mean, so it's so yeah. I guess my only issue is like, again, the movie does not is like it feels like so like they knew they were only at 70 minutes the first time they kill Zieram.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and the second
Well,
time,
no, because I think they still planned it where again it's they save the day and then the guys get separated from Iria again. So
well,
it's a
it's
flip of the scenario where they're in the real world and she's stuck in the zone, and then you also get the ticking clock of the zone. No, I think it still structurally fits in the story that they were setting up.
well, but now we're so far in the conversation, like we're to the point where I get the skeleton serum coming out after getting
I
blasted
love the
with the
knuckle toes as it's walking along.
yes. No, I mean it's just so many great elements, and yeah, so I think when I was like
Anyways,
searching Zieram 2, and I guess it's on
yeah, it's
uh
on Tubi.
yeah, so
They got the
uh
entire franchise up on Tubi. I'm impressed.
yeah, no, as I say, I was like getting about to get stoned. I was like, oh no, I can't. I got to turn it off because I will be up till
Yeah,
4 in the morning watching. Oh shit, I'd
yeah,
be up till 7 o'clock watching Zero of the
yeah.
animation. Like
And it's
that.
great
That
because I think both the films and the anime are all currently released by different distributors. So it's great that they were able to still get them on the
yes,
same service.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing about Tubi. It's like
Oh yeah,
they're solely trying to sell ads. So it's like we'll take anything as long as
yeah.
it gets people to watch the same smegging chase commercial or
See, and I don't mind watching stuff with ads, so I'm game.
oh no, I definitely after I found out I could not write off my HBO Max subscription on my taxes, like
Mhm.
yes, no, you if you don't make any money, well, you can't write anything off. And it's like, oh, like, but I
Oh wait,
got the LELC. Come on.
oh wait, can I give one little shameless plug involving Krull?
Okay.
I'm on the projection booth episode of Krull, with Sam Dahan, the historian and film critic who does a lot of great DVD commentaries these days.
Yeah. Oh shit. No, it's
Yeah, we had a great conversation on that one.
right. Very cool. No, that's the reason I keep thinking like maybe I should just spend the $300 to be a sponsor on Screen Drafts, like
Yeah.
just to get myself out. Damn it, you have to put me on the show now. And
Well, I would invite you to Shimicast, but we already recorded the entire thing.
no, I get no. It's well, that's just I don't know. For me, it's living. Just I was a outcast, like honestly too old for this shit, I guess. Like I was an outcast in high school, and then the pro
Hmm.
wrestling career, and that's all wannabe heroes in a sense.
Well,
And
one day you're gonna have to tell me about the pro wrestling career because I don't know the backstory on that. But we don't have to do that
oh
tonight.
no 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 no. But I'm just saying
I'll
it's
catch you in
like
Chicago in a year.
yes, yeah. Yeah, and I'll work with the poetic critic on Converge Because it
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I started seeing ads on Facebook for it. It's like, damn it.
yeah.
Like
So I mean, Zeram, what I'll give it is it gets the pace right, it gets the tone right, it's got the right energy. It's a fun movie to watch.
oh no,
You know,
yeah, you can't hate this movie.
really, my only flaws with it are that the action choreography is kind of lackluster.
Well, but to the credit, there's not a lot of action sequences in the end.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so again,
Which is
knowing
weird
what
because
you
Cyber Ninja, which he'd done before this, has a lot of like martial arts and sword
well,
fights.
I mean, yeah, well, you put the word ninja in anything, it
Well, and
better.
again, he also came out of the Tokusatsu shows like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, where it's like, couldn't you borrow one of those stunt teams for a week or something?
Right, yeah. No, it's but
I did see the actor who the suit actor who plays Zoram actually then became the suit actor for Godzilla during a couple entries of the Heisei series, and
all
then a
right.
couple of the Millennium films too.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the creature effects and visual effects team for this then joined Toho's effects team, and
Hmm.
then primarily then worked on the Gamera trilogy
All
in
right.
the 90s.
Well, it's one of those like going back to Poetic Critic and like hating on Marvel and everything. It's like, no, they just take people and lock them up, and we can't get anything from them. Like, creative. It's all stuck on this
Yeah.
format. Everything's gray. And it's like,
See, see, the thing about Poetic Critic is that I know she realizes that she just keeps making me want to watch Wish more.
yes. Oh, I've gone on that a lot, and I still intend to. And I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
from my friends who like Disney nuts, like, no, no, Wish isn't.
Hey, if you ever want to moderate, hey, let's get the two of them to watch Wish and hash it out.
Yeah, no, there's something for the future, and it fits the 90 for chill theme.
Yeah,
So, right. But yeah, no, I really like no, this is just like I no, it's been a great conversation and we're working a lot
yeah,
faster than usual. Um no, and I got my big things about it, and you really explained the differences between the subs and the dubs, and
yeah, yeah,
again, we're just really missing like the weird language bit because I didn't pick up on
yeah.
it being Japanese,
Well,
which
and then oh yeah, yeah. Well, because it's I don't know why in the dub because I watched about 10 minutes of the 2B dub before I realized that the
yeah,
subtitle version was available and jumped over. Um, they don't even have the audio playing under it. They just have the subtitles in Japanese.
huh.
In
I
the
thought
in
I
the
heard,
Japanese version, there's audio there.
yeah, no, I thought I heard like muffled stuff, but
Well, yeah, there's
okay,
this kind of alien gibberish type
right,
thing.
that yeah, which makes sense, but right,
Yeah.
all
Well,
right,
and then Keita Amamiya he's one of those ones I was huge on his stuff when I saw this when I was a teenager, and then I went back and I watched Cyber Ninja. I actually did see Kamen Rider Zoe and Kamen Rider J at the time. Because looking at his career, so he had worked his way up in the Tokusatsu shows, and he had been given his opportunity to design and direct his own full Super Sentai series, Jetman, in
Hmm.
1991, but he had also scheduled to shoot for Zram that year. So he only did the first two episodes, and Jetman was planned to be the last Super Sentai show because the series was struggling at that point. But it ended up becoming such a huge hit that following Zaram, they brought him back to do Ranger. And Ranger is what became Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah,
So it's like he is directly tied into the birth of Power Rangers and the explosion of Tokusatsu in the 90s. And then through the success of this, then he got to do the film reboots of Kamen Rider Zoe, Kamen Rider J, did a ton of stuff. Did Hokkaider, which was a reboot of Android Hokkaider. And then I still need to watch Garo, which is his own tokusatsu series that he's been doing for like the last 15 years. It's gone on for like 9 seasons and
well,
has spin-off
obviously, yeah.
animes and movies. And it looks like a Zeram style Super Sentai series.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah.
damn that. Yeah, again, it's like,
And he
uh,
designed it to be like a more darker and adult Super Sentai series. So it's all like demons and kabuki themes and just kind of that mixture of future and classical feudal Japan.
all right, no, very cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely gotta catch up on his stuff then.
Yeah.
But
I've actually got most of it because they did have a clearance on the Blu-rays. when
Mm.
the company was losing the license. I just haven't watched them yet.
Right. No. Look, I work at an massive
Yeah,
electronic store chain alongside my liquor store stuff, and
dude,
meaning
I've
I
got all my DVDs here. I've probably watched maybe a third of them.
oh,
So
I'm a little better with my DVDs. Don't want to get into my video game stuff, especially
yeah,
like I was working a midnight launch for Switch 2, and it's like,
yeah,
no, Russ, you're wait till Pokemon before you dive in.
right,
Oh, there's three of the Mario bundles available.
yeah. I would watch Garrow, but I have the complete DVDs of Rambo the animated series.
Oh, jeez. That's
I
something I
would
never got around to watching. So,
I would watch Android Kikaider, but I have the Black Emanuel collection.
yeah,
So,
no,
so
no.
I have too many choices, way too many
Right.
choices of
Right. Well, I'm just
and
saying
some bad choices.
I'm a little better with my movies, but no,
Yeah,
video game wise, and that's a which kind of sucks because that's far more of a financial gamble. Like, oh,
yeah.
but all right. So I guess we're to the point of promotions and
Sure, sure.
what have you. So the floor is yours.
You can find me most days on Blue Sky at Noel CT. And my current podcast series, Shumacast, shumacast.blogspot.com is the main site, but it is available on pretty much every podcast catcher out there. And it's Schuma, Schuma, as in Joel Schumacher, because we're going through the films of Joel Schumacher. I'm just finishing up the phone booth episode and should have that out soon.
All right. I think the last Schumacher I saw was I let's see, I can't remember. Like it was the one with Michael Fassbender.
Oh, Blood Creek
Yes, sorry, I was
and
getting
Henry
thrown.
Cavill and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I like
Dominic.
that one.
Yeah, it was all right.
It well, the script is also by the guy who wrote the Suspiria remake,
Okay. Well,
which I like the Suspiria remake a lot
oh no,
because
I still
because it's very much its own thing.
yes, no, I did dig that, and I mean Tilda Swinton was awesome in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Blood Creek, it just has this kind of unusual turns to the plot and this interesting vampiric Nazi backstory that I really enjoy.
oh no, it's story wise, it's
Yeah.
great. But this is when Schumacher's like, I mean, not Schumacher, studios, I should say. Like,
Well, this one he largely shot indie. He actually filmed it in Romania. It
yeah,
was largely a small studio indie production.
but I'm just saying because of that, you
Yeah.
could see the strings, I guess, on
Yeah.
that. That's all I'm saying.
Have you seen
Uh,
Flatliners?
1990 Flatliners, yes,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I
yeah,
think that one would
yeah,
be up your alley. Yeah.
yeah. No, I no look like no. The only flaw with that one I think is Kevin Bacon's bullying thing. I didn't really like. Well, no, it's essential, but then again, you kind of get the same thing out of Julia Roberts and her dad.
Well,
Um,
it's people overcoming their past regrets.
right, but
It's the demons of
I
their past. Yeah.
yeah no.
I
Kiefer's
know. I
great.
like it.
Kiefer's it's one of Kiefer's greatest
It's
roles.
also just a visually amazing film to look at.
I will give you that. Yeah.
It's shot by Jan de Bont and designed
Mhm.
by the Italian opera designer who did What Dreams May Come.
Sorry, I have not seen What Dreams May Come, and then again with the plot and then the actors, like it was a very
Oh,
difficult
What Dreams
sell
May
for
Come
me.
is a visually astonishing movie.
I just think back to Family Guy when the video rental store was going out of business.
Yeah.
And if you buy that, and you know what, you've bought so many DVDs, we'll give you a free copy of What Dreams May Come.
See, I don't watch Family Guy. I like Big
Okay.
Comedy.
Yeah, it's not good television. I will say that. It's not good stories. But I think
I know.
I,
I'm
yeah.
teasing. I'm
Oh
teasing.
no, no, but oh no, like, oh no, it's shit television. I will not deny that. Storytelling is totally not there. Um, but if you can bring Brian Blessed back to do a Flash Gordon thing, I'm there. Um,
See, my
so
ideal version of Family Guy was Excel Saga.
it's, like Excel. That's the problem. That's the big difference between Excel Saga and Family Guy. Is Family Guy didn't know what it was doing. Excel Saga knew the assignment from the beginning.
Yeah,
Family Guy was, oh, this guy made a funny cartoon. Let's see if we can stretch it out.
yeah.
And no,
At least
like
at least we got the Orville out of it because I love the Orville.
right, no, and I
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new Naked Gun. Seeing the latest trailer.
We'll see. I mean, at least he's not the one who's writing and directing it. It's the pop star team,
Yeah, but what I'm
Lonely
saying,
Island, Lonely Island.
right? But what I'm saying is, like I thought Ted was great.
See,
But
I
I
haven't seen Ted.
oh, but I think when I think back to when I saw the trailer again, just
Yeah,
recently saw the trailer, it's like no, he gets it. Like Naked Gun was not like the first Naked Gun was not
oh
trying to
yeah,
directly rip off things.
right.
Same thing with Top Secret, and even I mean Airplane. Yeah, it had its moments, but
Yeah, I
you know
couldn't
that.
watch Ted because of my childhood Flash Gordon trauma.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a Flash Gordon is a crazy flick. We could get to that
I'm
at some
joking.
point.
I watched it
Oh,
at B Fest and loved it. I own the Blu-ray.
I see. I have not been to enough B Fest. I didn't know Flash Gordon was a B Fest
Oh
movie.
man, the year that they played Flash Gordon at like 8 o'clock in the morning as everyone waking up right before
Oh,
breakfast. Oh, that was gold. Everyone was there for it. It got the day started.
yeah. No, it sounds as I say. I brought it up on my on the panel which I recorded.
Hmm.
Like I recorded all my panels, so which is great for the podcast. Yeah, I brought up like, oh, bad sci-fi. Well, people say this. I think Flash Gordon's great. My mom probably was just trying to make sure I had something different than Star Wars. And, whenever she would just go and say Flash, and what do you expect me to say
Yeah.
as a 2-year-old? So that got a lot of love there. As for I Did Crazy Flicks, you can find us at ididcrazyflicks.com. My social media is at CatBusRuss. I'm primarily on Blue Sky. I'm reluctantly still on Meta. Like I was a MySpace guy, so I've always held a grudge. Like, and I didn't as
Yeah.
a certified website designer. It's like, all right, I guess he beat me to an idea, but screw that Mark Zuckerberg guy for stealing
I,
everything.
I still lurk on Instagram, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's an essential thing. So
There's funny things to watch there.
you can find at CatBusRuss on Instagram and Threads. Um, and if you really want to get nerdy, I'm on. I liked Mastodon before Blue Sky became public. So
I
um,
was on Mastodon briefly. I never got too deep into it, but I
yeah,
think my account's still out there.
all right. So at CatBusRuss, if you want to be on I Did Crazy Flicks to help the show that way, send an email to russthebus07 at gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07 at gmail.com. Offer me a film, a director, an actor, a theme. As long as it's bonkers, I will talk about it. If it's kind of, subtle storytelling, as long as it's between 70 and 100 minutes, I'm game. But if you can create a great argument, that's part of the fun of I Did Crazy Flicks. Like, was Young Guns really a crazy movie? Not really
Uh,
when you look at the history, but
Mostly just the peyote sequence.
right, and no, we talked about that.
It
Like,
was a pretty standard, just 80s Western.
right, but the peyote, well, Jack Palance's death, like, I'm going to get shot in the head, but I will turn and face the camera.
Yeah, but it's
Dude,
Jack Palance. So at least while he's doing that, he'll be like, ooh, yeah. Yeah.
yes. No, as I said, thank God for City Slickers, or we like
Dude, you should
the
go see some of his 50s Robert Aldrich movies, like Attack. You get to see Jack Palance with a bazooka taking on a tank.
well, see, we need you on more podcasts because you're instantly selling so many things.
I've been podcasting for 15 years.
Okay, well, gosh.
I actually did talk about the entire filmography of Robert Aldrich on my friend Melissa's podcast, Xanadu Cinema Pleasure Dome, which you can find on podcasters of your choice.
All right. You can also support I Did Crazy Flicks with our Patreon. I did crazy Patreon.com/I Did Crazy Flicks. $3 a month is all I'm looking for. That will give Ava the Queen Kitty 3 tins of cat food in your name. Like, podcast might not make any money, but she will be fed, and you must respect royalty. But you will get a waterproof sticker. You will get a shout out on each episode while you're subscribed, like my good friend Jennifer Luckman from Bloomington, Illinois, my my frequent guest of the show, Tim Bates. You can find him on the Arena 1989 episode and the Night of the Demons episode, and former AAW ring announcer, Mr. Tax Write-Off, in my opinion, the Scoop Staley. Um, Thanks for all your support there, and let me thank my best friend, Stacia Marie Harden. I hope she's looking after everybody else she touched in her life as much as she is me, and thanks for believing in me. And I hope she's squeezing the ectoplasm out of Skimbleshanks, the one-eared angel, the fluffiest of kitties, gone too soon. So, thank you very much, Noel, for coming on the show. Just a great conversation. I mean,
Thanks for having me.
usually I'm a little more stuck to a format, but it's just great. We both knew the assignment going in, and I, yep. Feel free to offer me a suggestion any other time.
Yeah, I might take you up on that.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to I Did Crazy Flicks presents 90 for Chill the podcast, and have yourselves a good day.
Can I hear a wahoo?